Sometimes I feel like I know English in my head, but when I open my mouth, the words just don't come out, and it makes me feel frustrated and quiet.
That feeling is very common, and it doesn't mean you are bad at English. It only means your mouth is not trained yet to move naturally with the language.
So you're saying the problem is not my vocabulary or grammar, but the way I speak?
Exactly, because speaking is a physical skill, just like walking or driving, and your mouth needs practice, not pressure.
That actually makes me feel relaxed, because I always thought something was wrong with my brain.
Nothing is wrong with you at all. You just need daily, simple speaking practice that feels natural and comfortable.
But when I try to speak, I start thinking too much about mistakes, and then I stop talking.
That's because you're trying to speak perfectly instead of speaking freely, and perfection blocks fluency.
I really want to speak English easily, like normal people do in daily life.
Then the first step is to train your mouth to move without fear, even if your sentences are simple.
So, simple English is okay.
Simple English is powerful, because real conversations are not complicated, they are clear and natural.
That's interesting, because native speakers don't use difficult words all the time.
Exactly. They use easy words, short sentences, and a relaxed tone, and that's what we are practicing here.
I like that this feels like a real conversation, not a classroom lesson.
That's the goal, because your mouth learns faster when the conversation feels real and human.
When I listen to English every day, I understand more, but speaking still feels scary.
Listening builds understanding, but speaking builds confidence, and confidence comes from repetition without stress.
So I should speak every day even if it's only a little?
Yes, even 5 minutes of relaxed speaking daily is better than 1 hour of forced study.
I never thought about training my mouth before. I only focused on memorizing words.
Words are tools, but your mouth is the machine, and the machine needs daily use.
That makes so much sense when you say it like that.
Good, because once you understand this, English becomes less scary and more friendly.
I want English to feel normal, like part of my daily life.
And it will when you stop treating English like an exam and start treating it like a habit.
So, talking about daily life is the best way.
Yes, daily topics train your mouth faster because they connect with your real experiences.
Like talking about work, routine, feelings, and plans?
Exactly. These topics repeat naturally, and repetition builds fluency without boredom.
I already feel more comfortable just talking like this.
That's because your mouth is already warming up and learning the rhythm of English.
I didn't even notice when my fear started to reduce.
That's the power of easy conversation. It trains your mouth quietly and effectively.
I think I can do this every day.
You can, and you should, because consistency will change the way you speak English.
I'm starting to believe that speaking English is actually possible for me.
It always was possible. You just needed the right method and the right environment.
I'm ready to continue and practice more.
Good, because this is only the beginning, and your speaking journey has just started.
As we keep talking like this, I notice that my sentences are coming out more smoothly, even though I am not trying very hard to sound perfect.
That is exactly what happens when you relax, because your mouth starts following the language naturally, instead of waiting for permission from your brain.
Before this, I used to stop in the middle of a sentence because I was afraid the next word might be wrong.
Most learners do that, but real communication is not about being correct. It is about being understood and staying connected in the conversation.
When I think about it, even in my own language, I don't speak perfectly all the time.
That's a very important realization, because no one speaks perfectly, not even native speakers in their daily life.
They pause, they repeat sometimes, and they change sentences while speaking.
Yes, and they don't feel embarrassed about it, because communication is flexible, not fixed.
I wish I could stop translating in my head before speaking.
Translation is a habit that comes from learning English through books instead of real conversations.
So, how can I reduce this habit slowly?
By speaking simple thoughts directly in English, even if they feel basic, because basic thoughts build strong speaking muscles.
Like saying what I'm doing right now or how I'm feeling at the moment?
Exactly. Those small sentences train your mouth to respond faster without waiting for translation.
I often feel confident when I'm alone, but shy when someone listens to me.
That is normal, and the solution is not to hide, but to practice more low-pressure conversations like this one.
This feels like a safe space where I can speak without fear.
And that feeling is very important because confidence grows in safe environments.
Sometimes I think people will judge my accent.
An accent is not a weakness, it is proof that you learned another language.
I like that idea. It changes how I see myself as a learner.
When you respect your own effort, your speaking improves naturally.
I also notice that listening to slow English helps me catch more details.
Slow listening trains your ear, and slow speaking trains your mouth. Both are equally important.
Before, I used to rush and then get confused.
Rushing creates pressure, and pressure blocks fluency.
Now I understand why slow practice feels easier and more effective.
Because your brain gets time to connect meaning with sound.
I want English to feel like a normal part of my day, not something special.
And that will happen when you use English for ordinary thoughts, not only for study.
Like talking about my morning, my work, or my plans for the evening.
Yes, daily topics repeat often, and repetition builds automatic speaking.
I think my biggest problem was expecting fast results.
Fluency is not fast, but it is steady, and steady progress lasts longer.
I feel calmer now when I think about my learning journey.
Calm learners speak better because they allow themselves to grow naturally.
I'm starting to enjoy speaking instead of fearing it.
That enjoyment is the real sign that your mouth training has started working.
I didn't think a simple conversation could change my mindset this much.
Simple conversations are powerful because they remove pressure and build confidence quietly.
I feel like I can continue speaking without stopping now.
Good, because continuous speaking is what slowly creates real fluency.
As I keep talking, I feel like my thoughts are coming out in English more directly, without stopping to check every word in my mind.
That happens when your mouth starts trusting the language, and trust is built through relaxed and regular speaking practice.
Earlier, I used to think silence was better than making a mistake.
Silence feels safe, but it does not help you grow, while small mistakes help you move forward.
Now I see that speaking slowly and clearly is more useful than speaking fast and nervous.
Speed comes naturally later, but clarity should always come first.
When I speak slowly, I feel more in control of my voice and my thoughts.
Control gives confidence, and confidence makes your speech sound natural.
I also notice that my pronunciation improves when I don't rush.
Yes, because slow speaking gives your mouth time to shape the sounds correctly.
Before this, I avoided speaking because I thought my pronunciation was bad.
Avoiding speaking keeps pronunciation weak, while speaking improves it automatically.
It's interesting how doing the opposite of fear actually helps.
Growth often begins when you stop running away from discomfort.
I'm realizing that English is not something I need to fight with.
Exactly. English is a tool for expression, not a test of intelligence.
I like expressing small things, like how my day is going or how I feel inside.
Those small expressions connect language to real life, which makes learning stronger.
When I talk about real life, my sentences feel more meaningful.
Meaning gives energy to words, and energy improves memory.
Sometimes I speak a sentence and then want to say it again better.
That's fine, because self-correction is part of natural speaking.
I used to think correcting myself was a bad sign.
It's actually a good sign, because it shows awareness, not weakness.
I feel more patient with myself now.
Patience allows fluency to grow at its own pace.
When I listen to myself speak, I sound more confident than before.
That confidence comes from letting your voice flow instead of stopping it.
I'm also learning to pause naturally instead of freezing.
Natural pauses are part of good communication. They give listeners time to understand.
Before, pauses made me feel nervous.
Now you see them as normal, which is a big step forward.
I want to continue using English in my daily routine.
Using English daily trains your mouth more than any textbook.
Even talking to myself in English feels helpful now.
Talking to yourself is powerful practice because it removes fear completely.
I never thought self-talk could improve my speaking this much.
It helps your mouth stay active and comfortable with English sounds.
I feel like English is slowly becoming part of my thinking.
That's the transition every fluent speaker experiences.
I don't feel pressure to be perfect anymore.
And that freedom is what unlocks real speaking ability.
I'm ready to keep going and explore more real-life conversation.
Good, because the more you speak, the more natural it becomes.
Now that speaking feels a little easier, I notice that I am more willing to start conversations instead of waiting for others to speak first.
That willingness is a strong sign of progress because confidence begins when you stop hiding your voice.
Earlier, I always waited because I was afraid of choosing the wrong words.
Choosing simple words is always better than choosing silence because silence does not communicate anything.
I'm learning that people understand me even when my sentences are not perfect.
Understanding is the real goal of language, not perfection.
This makes speaking feel lighter and less stressful.
Stress blocks natural flow, but comfort opens it.
When I speak without stress, my voice sounds clearer and calmer.
A calm voice helps listeners focus on your message, not your mistakes.
I used to worry a lot about grammar while speaking.
Grammar is important, but it should support speaking, not stop it.
Now I let grammar improve naturally through practice.
That is the smartest approach, because real grammar grows through use.
I also notice that I remember phrases better when I use them in conversation.
Usage creates memory, while memorization alone often disappears.
Before, I learned many words but forgot them quickly.
Words stay longer when they are connected to feelings and experiences.
Talking about my daily life gives words more meaning.
Meaning turns language into something personal and powerful.
Sometimes I speak slowly, but I don't feel embarrassed anymore.
Slow speech shows clarity, not weakness.
I see now that rushing was my biggest mistake.
Many learners rush because they want fast results, but fluency prefers patience.
I feel more comfortable expressing simple opinions now.
Sharing opinions is an important step toward real communication.
Even when my opinion is short, it feels good to express it.
Short opinions still show confidence and presence.
I'm also starting to listen better when others speak.
Good speaking and good listening grow together.
When I listen carefully, my responses feel more natural.
Because real conversations are built on listening, not just talking.
I don't feel lost in conversations like before.
That's because your mind is focused on meaning, not fear.
English is starting to feel more familiar.
Familiarity comes from regular exposure and relaxed practice.
I think daily speaking is changing my mindset.
It changes both mindset and mouth, which is the key to fluency.
I'm ready to continue with more real-life speaking.
Good, because
As my confidence grows, I notice that I can speak for longer periods without feeling tired or mentally blocked.
That happens when speaking becomes a habit instead of a struggle, and habits grow through consistency.
Before, even a short conversation made me feel exhausted.
Mental exhaustion often comes from fear, not from the language itself.
Now I feel more relaxed, even when I don't know every word.
Not knowing every word is normal because communication does not require complete knowledge.
I am learning to explain ideas using simple words when I forget something.
That skill is called flexibility, and it is a sign of real fluency.
Earlier, forgetting a word made me stop completely.
Now you move forward, and that movement builds momentum.
I also feel more comfortable speaking with different people.
Exposure to different listeners trains your adaptability.
Each conversation feels slightly easier than the last one.
That gradual improvement shows your mouth is learning patterns.
I like how English sounds as my confidence grows, I notice that I can speak for longer periods without feeling tired or mentally blocked.
That happens when speaking becomes a habit instead of a struggle, and habits grow through consistency.
Before, even a short conversation made me feel exhausted.
Mental exhaustion often comes from fear, not from the language itself.
Now I feel more relaxed, even when I don't know every word.
Not knowing every word is normal because communication does not require complete knowledge.
I am learning to explain ideas using simple words when I forget something.
That skill is called flexibility, and it is a sign of real fluency.
Earlier, forgetting a word made me stop completely.
Now you move forward, and that movement builds momentum.
I also feel more comfortable speaking with different people.
Exposure to different listeners trains your adaptability.
Each conversation feels slightly easier than the last one.
That gradual improvement shows your mouth is learning patterns.
I like how English sounds when I speak calmly.
A calm tone makes your speech clearer and more pleasant.
I no longer feel the need to impress anyone with big words.
Big words are not impressive if the message is unclear.
Clear communication feels more satisfying.
Clarity creates connection, and connection is the purpose of language.
I also notice that my pauses feel more natural now.
Natural pauses help you think and help listeners follow you.
Before, pauses felt like failure.
Now they feel like part of the conversation.
I'm starting to enjoy expressing my thoughts in English.
Enjoyment accelerates learning more than pressure ever can.
I sometimes catch myself thinking in English during the day.
That shows your brain is adjusting to the language environment.
Even small English thoughts feel exciting.
Small moments of success build long-term motivation.
I feel less dependent on scripts and memorized lines.
Spontaneous speech is a major milestone.
My sentences feel more natural, not forced.
Natural speech comes from understanding, not memorization.
I am more patient when searching for words now.
Patience keeps the flow alive.
I believe regular speaking practice is changing my English.
It is because habits reshape skills over time.
I want to keep building this habit daily.
And daily habits are what create lasting fluency.
As this habit becomes part of my routine, I notice that speaking English no longer feels like a special activity, but something normal.
When a language feels normal, your mind stops resisting it and starts accepting it naturally.
I used to wait for the perfect time to practice speaking.
Perfect time never comes, but daily moments are always available.
Now I use small moments like walking or sitting quietly to think and speak in English.
Those small moments are powerful because they keep your mouth active.
I feel less pressure to sound like a native speaker.
Sounding natural is more important than sounding native.
That change in mindset makes me more confident.
Confidence grows when you accept yourself as a learner.
I also notice that my speaking speed feels more balanced.
Balanced speed helps your words flow smoothly.
Before, I spoke either too fast or too slow.
Now your rhythm is adjusting naturally.
I am becoming more aware of how sentences connect.
Connection between sentences creates smooth conversation.
I don't panic when I make small mistakes.
Because you understand that mistakes do not stop communication.
I feel more comfortable sharing longer thoughts now.
Longer thoughts show growing fluency.
Sometimes I speak and surprise myself.
That surprise is a sign of progress.
English feels less like a subject and more like a tool.
Tools become useful when used regularly.
I also feel more relaxed when listening to others speak English.
Relaxed listening improves understanding.
I'm no longer afraid of conversations.
Fear disappears when confidence grows.
I want to speak even more now.
Desire to speak is the strongest sign of success.
I believe this method is working for me.
It is because it respects how humans actually learn language.
I'm excited to continue speaking naturally.
And we will continue building this habit step by step.
Now I notice that when I speak English, my body feels more relaxed and my shoulders are not tense like before.
Physical relaxation is connected to mental comfort, and comfort helps your voice sound more natural.
Earlier, I used to feel nervous even before opening my mouth.
That nervous feeling often comes from past negative experiences, not from your real ability.
I think I carried fear from mistakes I made long ago.
Many learners do, but releasing that fear is part of growth.
Talking like this helps me let go of old pressure.
Because safe conversations allow healing and improvement at the same time.
I also noticed that my voice sounds steadier.
A steady voice shows inner confidence.
When my voice is steady, my thoughts flow better.
Voice and thought support each other.
I don't rush to finish my sentences anymore.
Taking time shows control and clarity.
I feel more present during conversations.
Presence improves both speaking and listening.
I enjoy expressing feelings, not just information.
Expressing feelings makes your English sound more human.
Before, I focused only on correct sentences.
Now you focus on meaning and emotion.
That makes conversations feel real.
Real conversations build real fluency.
I feel comfortable sharing personal experiences.
Personal stories strengthen speaking confidence.
Even if my story is simple, it feels meaningful.
Simplicity keeps communication clear.
I don't feel the urge to stop and correct every sentence.
That freedom helps your mouth move naturally.
I can continue speaking even if a sentence is not perfect.
That continuation is the heart of fluency.
I feel proud of the progress I'm making.
Pride and progress fuels motivation.
I want to keep improving step by step.
And steady steps always lead forward.
English feels more friendly now.
That friendliness will keep you speaking.
These days, when I think about my daily routine, I notice that English quietly fits into different moments without effort.
When a language fits naturally into your routine, it becomes part of your identity, not just a skill.
I sometimes speak English while planning my day in the morning.
That habit prepares your mind and mouth before real conversations begin.
I feel more confident expressing plans and thoughts now.
Planning in English builds clarity and structure in your speech.
I no longer avoid English when thinking about responsibilities.
Avoidance disappears when comfort increases.
I notice that my vocabulary feels more alive.
Words become alive when they are used regularly.
I remember phrases more easily when they match my life.
Relevance strengthens memory.
I feel less dependent on subtitles or translations.
That shows your understanding is becoming direct.
Listening feels easier now.
Because your ear and mouth are learning together.
I sometimes respond automatically without planning my reply.
Automatic responses are signs of natural fluency.
That automatic feeling surprises me.
Surprise often appears when progress happens quietly.
I am more patient when conversations move slowly.
Patience allows smoother interaction.
I also notice I'm less afraid of silence.
Silence can be thoughtful, not awkward.
I use silence to think, not to escape.
That mindset keeps conversations alive.
I feel more balanced emotionally when speaking English.
Emotional balance improves expression.
English no longer feels heavy.
Lightness helps long conversations continue.
I'm more open to speaking with new people.
Openness expands your speaking experience.
I don't overthink reactions anymore.
Less thinking creates more flow.
My confidence feels quiet but strong.
Quiet confidence lasts longer.
I want to keep this feeling.
And continued practice will protect it.
I notice that when I speak English about my day, I start thinking in English naturally instead of translating every single word in my head.
Exactly. That's a huge step, because translating slows you down and creates stress, while thinking directly in English allows your mouth to move faster and more confidently.
Sometimes I describe what I did in the morning or what I plan for the evening, and it just flows. I don't stop to correct every word.
That's the essence of real conversation. Speaking is not about perfection. It's about clarity, expression, and connection.
I also notice that when I speak about my feelings, my sentences become longer naturally, and I can explain myself better.
Yes, emotions make language more meaningful. When you connect words to real feelings, your brain and mouth remember them longer.
Before, I would keep my sentences short because I was afraid of making mistakes, but now I can say more complex ideas.
And that's progress. Speaking naturally often means gradually building longer sentences, not forcing them.
Sometimes I try to tell a small story about my day, like what I ate for breakfast or what happened at work.
Storytelling is powerful because it trains sequencing and gives your brain and mouth practice in real-life communication.
I also notice I repeat certain phrases automatically, like, I think that, or it feels like.
Those are natural patterns in English. Repetition in different contexts helps fluency without memorization.
I'm starting to feel more confident speaking in front of other people, even if I make mistakes.
Mistakes don't matter. Confidence matters. Fluency comes from continuing to speak, not avoiding errors.
Sometimes I get excited and talk faster, but I can slow down when I need to, and it still sounds natural.
Controlling speed is an advanced skill, and you're developing it naturally through practice.
I also notice that listening and speaking are improving together. When I hear English, I immediately understand and I can respond more easily.
That's because your brain is building connections between comprehension and production, which is the foundation of fluent conversation.
I feel like my sentences are becoming more complete. I don't have to stop and think of every word.
Yes, your mouth is learning patterns of English. Once the patterns are familiar, your brain and mouth work together seamlessly.
I also practice thinking about opinions like, I like this or I don't enjoy that, and it feels easy to express.
Opinions are key to daily conversations. They allow your mind to generate sentences naturally without fear.
Even when I talk about plans for the weekend, my sentences flow better than before.
Because talking about real life strengthens fluency faster than abstract or memorized sentences.
I'm starting to feel that speaking English is not intimidating anymore.
Exactly. That feeling is the turning point, where English becomes a habit rather than a challenge.
I want to keep practicing this way every day because I notice real progress.
And daily practice is exactly what will take you from hesitant speaking to confident fluency.
I feel like I can tell longer stories now and even share small details about my life naturally.
That's the ultimate goal. Expressing yourself freely, connecting with others, and speaking English without thinking too much.
I'm excited to continue and see how much more I can improve in the coming weeks.
That excitement itself will push you forward and make English a natural part of your daily life.
I notice that when I speak about my workday, I can describe everything from start to finish without stopping to translate in my head.
Exactly, because your brain is starting to link thoughts directly with English words, and your mouth is following naturally.
Sometimes I even explain small details like what I had for lunch or how a meeting went, and it feels easier than before.
Those small details are perfect practice because real life is full of tiny conversations and your mouth needs to handle them smoothly.
I also notice I can ask questions and respond without thinking too much.
That's an important skill because conversation is not only about speaking, it's about responding and interacting naturally.
Before, I would hesitate even to ask simple questions.
Hesitation comes from fear of making mistakes, but now your comfort level is improving, so hesitation decreases.
Even describing my feelings now seems more natural. I can say I feel tired or I feel happy without pausing.
Those are exactly the kinds of sentences that train your fluency because they connect language to emotion.
I try to add small stories too, like how I met a friend or what happened on my way to work.
Storytelling is one of the most effective ways to train both sentence structure and vocabulary naturally.
I also notice I repeat words automatically, like I really think or I definitely feel, and it feels comfortable.
Those are natural patterns in English. Repetition in different contexts helps fluency without memorization.
I'm starting to feel my confidence growing with every sentence I speak.
Confidence grows from consistent speaking, not from memorization or listening alone.
Even when someone listens carefully, I don't feel nervous anymore.
Because you understand that mistakes don't matter, communication does.
I can share my opinions easily now, like I enjoy reading or I don't like traffic, and it feels natural.
Sharing opinions is crucial for daily conversations, and it also trains your mouth to produce sentences without stopping.
I also try to imagine conversations in advance and practice speaking them aloud before saying them out loud.
That's an excellent strategy. Silent rehearsal strengthens automatic speech patterns and reduces hesitation.
I feel my sentences are becoming longer without thinking too much.
That's a sign your fluency is building. Long sentences flow naturally once your mouth and brain synchronize.
Even when I talk about plans for the evening or weekend, my thoughts come out smoothly.
Planning conversations are perfect practice because they involve past, present, and future tenses naturally.
I'm starting to feel like I can speak English all day if I continue practicing this way.
And that's the point. Frequent, relaxed, real-life practice is what leads to lasting fluency.
I feel proud of the progress I'm making because I can express myself more fully than before.
Pride and awareness of improvement fuel motivation and make practice enjoyable.
I'm ready to keep speaking daily and building this habit for life.
Exactly, because consistent practice turns English from a challenge into a natural tool for your life.
I realize that when I describe my daily routines in English, it feels like my brain and mouth are finally working together instead of competing.
Yes, that synchronization is what separates hesitant learners from fluent speakers. Once your brain trusts your mouth, sentences flow naturally.
I noticed that even small conversations, like talking about what I cooked or what errands I ran, feel easier and longer now.
Exactly. Daily topics are ideal practice because they are relevant and repeated, which strengthens automatic speech patterns.
Sometimes I catch myself explaining small details like the weather or traffic, and it surprises me how easily the words come.
Those little details are gold for fluency because they train your brain to express observation, opinion, and feeling all at once.
Before, I would only say short sentences like, "It's sunny" or "I am busy," but now I can explain why and what I feel about it.
That's a natural progression. Your mind starts thinking in English instead of just translating, which makes speech faster and more confident.
I also practice asking questions naturally, like, "Did you enjoy your day?" or "How was your meeting?"
Good questions are important because they encourage dialogue, and dialogue is where fluency grows.
Even when I make small mistakes, I feel okay because the conversation continues smoothly.
Exactly. Continuous speech matters more than perfection. Fluency is built on momentum, not error-free sentences.
I sometimes share opinions about movies or books, and I notice that I can use phrases like, "I think that," or "in my opinion," without hesitation.
Those expressions are key in real-life conversations and make your English sound natural and confident.
Even when talking about my feelings, like saying I feel excited about the weekend because I will meet friends, I can expand more now.
Adding reasons and details strengthens sentence structures and helps your brain and mouth learn complex connections.
I also feel more comfortable when listening to others speak English because I can follow longer sentences without pausing.
Listening and speaking improve together. Understanding naturally leads to better responses and smoother conversation.
Before, I often lost track in conversations with more than 2 or 3 sentences.
Now, your listening muscles are trained, so your mind can process longer sentences while planning your reply.
I feel more present in the conversation. I'm not worried about mistakes. I just focus on sharing ideas.
Focus on ideas is crucial. Once your attention shifts from being correct to being understood, fluency grows exponentially.
I also practice predicting conversations, imagining questions someone might ask me and forming responses in advance.
That's an excellent strategy because it trains your mind to respond quickly without pausing or translating.
I can see how my confidence has grown. I no longer hesitate to start a conversation, even if I don't know every word.
Confidence is more important than perfection. Speaking regularly teaches your mouth, your ears, and your brain to work together naturally.
Listening feels easier now, too. I can understand longer sentences and even subtle expressions without asking for repetition.
Good listening strengthens speaking. When your comprehension improves, your replies become faster and more natural.
Even describing plans, experiences, or opinions about daily life has become more fluid. I can share longer ideas without worrying about mistakes.
And that freedom is exactly what fluency is all about. Mistakes are irrelevant. Momentum and natural communication matter.
I feel proud that I can tell small stories, explain feelings, share opinions, and ask questions comfortably.
That pride will motivate you to keep speaking daily, which is the key to lifelong fluency.
I also notice that English no longer feels intimidating. It feels like a friendly companion I can rely on whenever I want to communicate.
When a language becomes a friendly companion, it stops being a challenge and becomes a part of your daily expression.
I feel motivated to continue this journey because every day I speak, I notice improvement, and I enjoy the process.
Enjoyment and consistent practice are the ultimate combination for mastering English. Keep speaking, keep listening, and keep connecting ideas naturally.
I understand now that fluency isn't about being perfect, it's about expressing thoughts, connecting ideas, and sharing life with others.
Exactly. Fluency is living in the language, not memorizing rules. The more you integrate English into your daily life, the stronger your skill becomes.
I feel ready to face real conversations with confidence, to tell my story, to share my experiences, and to express feelings freely.
And that readiness is your true milestone. From now on, English is no longer a task, it's a tool that helps you connect, express, and grow every day.
I'm excited to keep practicing, to keep speaking, and to keep improving step by step.
And with that mindset, fluency is inevitable. Daily practice, confidence, and natural expression will take you all the way.